Hook. The text lit up my phone like a spark in a dry field. Your sister needs a perfect wedding. We're using your college money. I stared at the words. Cold, entitled, final. And I typed back only one line. I want her to be happy too. What my mother forgot was simple. There was no college fund left to take. I had graduated Harvard Medical School debt-free. My software patents had paid for everything. So when the venue called to confirm payment, the stage was already set. Growing up, my sister was the golden one, the chosen one. Every scraped knee, every school recital, every whim, Mom bent the world around her. And me? I was the background noise. The smart one, they said, as though intellect was a consolation prize. My victories weren't celebrated. They were expected, then dismissed. When I got into Harvard, my mother didn't even clap. Don't get cocky, she said. That fund isn't bottomless. But I made sure it was. My code, lines written in a dark dorm room between anatomy exams, caught fire in Silicon Valley. A patent here, another there, quiet checks that grew into freedom. I never told them. They didn't deserve to know. The betrayal wasn't in the text itself. It was in the assumption, the certainty that what was mine was always theirs, that my years of sacrifice could be siphoned off for centerpieces and champagne toasts. I scrolled through their group chat later, hidden from their eyes. Plans stacked up, floral arches, a string quartet, lobster towers. My mother bragging, the fund will cover it, no need to worry. They didn't even ask. They didn't think they needed to. That was when the cold clarity settled in. They thought I was still a child clutching at their approval. They had no idea who I had become. I didn't rage. Rage leaves fingerprints. I planned. I called the venue myself. Calm, professional, like the surgeon I'd trained to be. Yes, I'm the one associated with the family's account, I said. I'd like to make some adjustments. The manager hesitated. I could hear the clicking of her keyboard. Of course, what adjustments? Payment structure, I replied. No charges until full verification of the funding source. I'll provide documentation. She agreed. Business is easier when you sound like you're holding the strings. Then I called my attorney, not for battle, but for paperwork. Transfers, proof, a firewall of contracts that made one thing clear: my so-called college fund was mine, inaccessible to anyone else. I waited, silent, watching. 2 weeks before the wedding, my sister called, chirping in my ear. "The venue's perfect. It'll be the most beautiful day of my life." I murmured agreement, let her spin her fantasies. I almost pitied her. Almost. Then the cracks began. The venue emailed my mother, politely asking for confirmation of funds. No transfer came. They asked again. Silence. 3 days before the wedding, the manager called me directly. "Dr. Carter, we still don't have payment. Your mother insists the money is secured, but—" "Cancel the reservation," I said. My voice didn't waver. "They don't have authority. The account isn't theirs." A beat of silence on the line. Then, understood. One signature, one phone call. That was all it took. The explosion came the next morning. My mother stormed into my apartment, my sister trailing behind her in tears. "How could you do this?" she spat. "Your sister's wedding, ruined!" I let her scream. I let the venom pour out until her voice cracked. Then I stood, calm, controlled. "You tried to steal from me," I said softly. "Again!" "It was for family," she snapped. "No," I said. "It was for her. Just like everything has always been. You've taken from me since I was a child, my car, my time, my silence, but not this." My sister broke then, sobbing, begging me to reconsider. "Please, it's my wedding." "You should have asked," I said. "You should have respected what wasn't yours." Her tears didn't move me. I'd wept alone too many times to be swayed now. They scrambled. They found a dingy hall across town, decorated with plastic tablecloths and dollar store candles. The photos looked lifeless. The perfect day my mother promised had crumbled into mediocrity. And I attended a conference in Geneva that week. My name on the program, my patents projected on a screen, applause ringing louder than any wedding bells. I thought about their faces as the venue doors stayed locked, about my mother's voice shrill with disbelief when entitlement finally met a wall. It wasn't rage I felt then, not even triumph. It was peace, because for the first time in my life, they couldn't touch me, and they finally learned the truth. The boy they dismissed had grown into a man they couldn't control.